what's up, everybody? Let's talk about whale protein for a minute. And mind you, I am late to the dance of covering this, but whale protein is such a monumental discovery. Well, not the protein itself, but what it can do for people. See, it turns out that scientists realized because bowback whales live over 200 years long, and that is because, well, one of the big reasons is because their protein is also a very powerful anti-aging mechanism that basically can destroy and basically repair itself from cancer DNA that spreads throughout it. And for the most part, bowback whales, they rarely ever get cancer anyways. But when they do, their own protein can act as a anti-aging reverse mechanism that basically destroys the cancer cells at levels that we can't quite comprehend. Well, scientists were like, what if we utilize whale protein? What if we take it and then put it in human beings and see if we can actually do something about cancer after so many years of never having an answer for cancer? And so far, test results seem to be coming up positive. Early clinical test results seem to be coming up positive. Pretty cool, right? Genuinely, it's awesome. And I'm not even joking. You can look this up. And so, but it's still in early development, mind you. So don't put on your party hats and start celebrating that we defeated cancer, unfortunately. But it is in early development, and basically, it not only can even possibly reverse cancer in human beings, the whale protein is compatible with human beings, but supposedly it can even reverse the aging process in human beings as well. It's monumental because you would assume that whale protein wouldn't mix with human being cells, but it does. Bizarre, right? And yes, you heard me right. It can literally reverse the aging process. Now, I said bowback whales can live over 200 years long, but that is an outlier for them. What scientists have said about the reverse aging process is that it is possible that human beings can live extended lives, but not guaranteed. Not that it's impossible, but it's not guaranteed, if that makes sense. So what they're saying is that a realistic time frame is that perhaps maybe human beings could live in between 200 and 100 years of life, but not quite exceeding, not getting like another 200 years of life per se. But somewhere around that ballpark. But what's monumental, the most important thing though, is that it can maybe even destroy cancer. And this is a new development that has the potential to literally end cancer. Like I said, let me repeat that. Whale protein might be the answer to ending cancer as you know it by, like I said, destroying DNA cancer cells at a level that we can't quite comprehend. So, this is a huge, just human, groundbreaking discovery as it is, that whale protein can be used to quite possibly solve the biggest unsolvable enemy against humankind, and that being cancer. So, with that being said, that is absolutely insane, and it can even give you maybe 60 more years of life. You could be 80 years old, but look like you're like in your 50s or 40s. You could look middle-aged at 90 years old. And I'm not even exaggerating when I say that it genuinely reverses the aging process. To what extent is still being tested, but you could literally be 100 years old, but you could have the body of a 50 or 60-year-old. So isn't that kind of crazy? So yeah, so I just want to talk about that and just how fascinating science is and just how insane that discovery is. If you haven't even heard about it, I implore you to look up more about it. I'm just a regular guy just covering it very late because like I said, this was discovered months ago. I'm late to the party as I usually am. That's just how it is. But without further ado, this is TSW signing off. Peace.